The growing drug epidemic is affecting lives across the country, but especially right here in the Twin Tiers.
It's tearing families apart, sending parents off to rehab or jail, and children needing a new caregiver. In a special report, WENY's Leanda Rosa explains how local foster care systems are now seeing an influx of children.
May is National Foster Care Month, and while local social service agencies say they can always use more foster families, they say now even more children need a second chance at Home Sweet Home. I met one young girl who knows that feeling too well.
Lizzie is your typical 12-year-old girl. She likes to do gymnastics, dance, and play. But her early childhood years weren't as typical.
My mom, she's really nice, but then she started doing drugs.
Lizzie looks back on when she was about 6 years old. She recalls some unusual sights and sounds at home.
They were in their bedroom, and I just remember walking in and being shoved out. So they were putting pills inside of cheese, and then cutting it, taking it.
Lizzie says she remembers empty pill bottles laying around the house. Her mom was often sick and aggravated, and her stepdad was extremely abusive to her mother.
And I would be sitting in the living room, and I would just turn the TV up and try to ignore it.
All while caring for her 4 younger siblings.
I was kind of trying to protect my other brothers and sisters from getting a hold of something or being hit or smacked by my dad.
Until one day, a knock on the door changed everything, landing Lizzie and her siblings in foster care. But Lizzie isn't the only child with this type of story.
Drug use is the leading reason why kids are removed in Tioga County.
Michelle Regal-Buto is a manager of family services in Tioga County, Pennsylvania. She says in the 10 years she's worked with this department, drug use has always been a problem.
It went from pills to meth to heroin.
But she's seen a big increase in the past 3 or 4 years.
For 2015 and 2016, heroin was the cause of 78% of our removals.
Regal-Buto says it starts as a concerned phone call that leads to some investigating.
Often it's not just the drug use that causes a removal, it's an act has occurred that makes the child unsafe. And we relate it back to the drug use because normally that parent would not have acted in that way.
From there, the children are either placed with an extended family member or put into foster care. And because the removal rate is rising, Family Services needs help.
We are in need of more foster families because there is a rise of foster children coming into care and our homes are getting full, but we also need homes for sibling groups so that our siblings can be kept together. And also what we like to do is to keep them in their same school district.
Tara Gordon has been a foster parent for 8 years, but she wanted to help even more. Now, as the foster care coordinator for Tioga County, she helps place children in homes and works with foster parents, like the Neal family.
We both have a great love for children and knew we had more love to give other children.
Working in a school, she saw the growing need and got involved. In the past 2 years, her family has fostered more than a dozen children, giving them a chance to learn, play, and feel safe.
You're hopeful that you have made an impact that will benefit this child for the rest of their life.
Reunifying the child with their clean biological parents is always the goal. But in the meantime, or when that's not possible, these foster families are able to give the children a second chance at Home Sweet Home.
It is unlike anything I've ever done, and it is amazing and frustrating and beautiful and heartbreaking, but it is something that I am grateful we have done.
Now you're probably wondering what happened to Lizzie. Well, about 3 years ago, Tara Gordon, the foster care coordinator we just met, and her husband David adopted Lizzie after fostering her. If you're interested in becoming a foster parent in any of the counties in our region, we've posted more information and resources on our website, WENY.com. Just click on this story. Reporting in the studio, Leanda Rosa, WENY News.
And as Leanne explained, the current drug epidemic affects 78% of home removals in Tioga County, Pennsylvania. Across the border here in New York, it's also an issue. Social Services in Tioga County, New York says currently drug abuse is the cause of 56% of their home removals.